it wasn't because you had an STI, then I wouldn't have been, I wouldn't have been interested to meet you.
Wow.
Good morning, guys. Hope you're having a great weekend so far.
We are here in Stanley Park, Vancouver. As you can see, we got the beautiful skyline.
Yeah.
So what are we doing today?
We are telling you guys the story of how we met and how the red STI that you had before brought us together.
Yeah. So we've been wanting to make this video for a while. We're finally doing it.
Yeah.
So hopefully you guys enjoy the story time because it's special to us and we want to share with you.
Yeah.
So let's go. So once upon a time,
I was in the club doing my thing. Then you came along and you're like, dang girl.
3 years ago, I was working at a Subaru dealership working in sales, and so was she, just at a different dealership.
Yeah.
And you used to come down to my store because, you know, at dealerships you do dealer trades. You pick up cars, you drop off cars, and so on.
So I used to go to your store all the time because I was still like new, so they used to send me. So yeah, I used to go to your store all the time. And one day I walked in
slow motion.
I did not walk in slow motion.
You know, in the movies, like the hair's going,
and then it's
walking
like
in slow-mo. That's how I saw it. But anyways, I saw her, I'm like, damn. And turns out the receptionist at my dealership went to high school with her.
Yeah.
So she was there just picking up a car. Of course, I walk up at a distance. All we did was just say hi to each other.
Yeah.
Like just a...
We literally just waved. We wasn't even like, oh hey, what's up? It was like...
And that's it. So obviously I found her attractive. The receptionist offered to connect us. Like, hey, do you want me to connect you guys? And I'm like, nah, it's okay. I'll get to know her one day. And I don't know where that came from, but...
The confidence, this guy. Okay, sorry.
But now look where we are. But that was it. And that was the first time I saw her and the only time I saw her. And that was it for like 3 months. Never saw her again.
Yeah. 3 months went by and we didn't see each other.
No.
Still went to your store all the time to do dealer trades. Still didn't see you. And then there was a car meet that happened every Wednesday.
Local Subaru meet.
Yeah, that we used to go to all the time. I used to be there every week. You used to be there every week. And crazy thing is, it's actually pretty small. Like maybe 20 people, 25 people, like not more than that used to show up. So it's enough that like you would know everyone that is over there. And crazy thing, I never saw you.
No.
We literally never saw each other there.
We've met
Ever.
people that were our friends, but we never met each other.
No, like I've seen the group that you were with. Never saw this little sexy Asian over there. So it's crazy. So one night, I wasn't really gonna wanted to go. Thomas was packing because you were going to Detroit the next day.
Yeah.
Right? Both of our friends kind of dragged us to come over there. So we went. Pretty much a mutual friend that also works at a different dealership offered to connect us.
Yeah. So he was working in sales at a different dealership too.
Yeah.
And I was talking with him. He's like, hey, meet this girl named Stephanie. And I look over. I'm like, who's Stephanie?
Yeah.
And I'm like, haven't I seen her before? Like 3 months ago, I'm pretty sure I've seen her. Like, that is that girl. And so he brings us over, and this is how it went down. Okay. I'm happy to see her, obviously. So I'm like, hey. And this was her reaction. Texting. Hey. Actual reenactment of how it went down. I was so happy to see her, and this is the reaction she gives me. So I'm like, okay, well, clearly I have no chance. She's not interested.
I was like super dry.
Yeah,
Super
super dry.
Yeah, like really dry. But like, you know, you can't be hinting like that.
Well, at least show some interest.
No, you gotta just be like, what's up?
Like, she greeted me like a bro. No. But anyways, here's what the red STI that I had to do with the story. Because back then, I just got the car.
Yeah.
And if it wasn't for the car, obviously I wouldn't show up to the meet because I wouldn't have a car. So I show up to the meet with the car. Well, I think it was one of the first couple meets that I show up with the car. Little did I know, my old manager who worked at her store was like a low-key wingman.
In a way, like, I guess, because you were my age. So one day I was talking to him, he's like, oh yeah, you should meet this guy named Thomas. Like, he's your age, he just actually bought a STI, and he's also in sales. Like, you should get to know him. He said that, like, so organically, and I guess to me, like, it kind of dropped the hint. All I knew is, hey, there's this guy named Thomas that works at a different dealership, and he drives a STI. And that was it. That's all I knew. But I didn't know it was you.
Until the meet.
Until the meet, yeah. Like, when I showed up, you had just pulled up. So I saw you get out of the car, and you were wearing your jacket with the location on it.
Yeah.
And that's how when I clicked together, I was like, oh, that's the guy that he was talking about that works there. So, like, that I knew, but, like, I didn't click that it was you in the dealership that I saw.
Oh.
That part I never clicked because I saw you so quick, and you were, like, hiding behind the car when you said hi. So
That was not true.
That was true.
She didn't like my red STI either.
I didn't.
Except for the exhaust I had. I had the NVIDIA N1.
Yeah, and it
that was
was
great.
so good.
But she still chirps me to this day for having a red STI.
I don't chirp it because your car, honestly, you always kept it so clean.
Yeah.
You washed it like every day.
Yeah.
Not every day, but
Well, a couple times a week. Because when you work at a dealership, you have the perks too.
yeah. So, like, your car was always so clean, waxed, like, it was so nice. But, like, any other red STIs that I see out there, I'm like, bro, what are you doing?
If you're watching this and you have a red STI,
Why didn't you get the blue? Unless if you keep it clean, then hey, shout out to you. So next day I go into work and I find Thomas's Instagram, and it was on private, so I was like, okay, I guess I'll request it.
And then I saw her name, and I was super
And he
stoked.
declined. Okay.
I didn't decline, I accepted it. And I DM'd her. So I looked up her name on the staff list, just to make sure I spell it right. Because her Stephanie is without the E, and I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna make sure that I don't butcher her name. So we started talking in a DM.
But why did you do that? Because my Instagram was, my
Yeah.
name was in Japanese.
So I had no idea what her name was.
Yeah.
Like, I just knew Stephanie. I'm like, I don't know how to spell it. So we started talking on DMs. Nothing weird, just literally just chatting.
Yeah.
And we finally met up 3 days later after I was back from my trip. And we just hung out. Literally
Yeah.
for 4 hours, we just talked.
Yeah, we just went on the cruise, played some 21 Savage, because this man had no idea what rap was.
I knew
You
what
were-
rap was.
Babe, you were listening to, like, T Swift.
Okay, well, don't tell. I like my Hannah Montana.
Oh, you don't want them to tell?
No, I don't want them to know.
Okay, you guys won't know. We were listening to 21 Savage.
And our hangout felt more like an interview, to be honest.
It literally was, because we went on the cruise and then we went to this one, like, really nice park, and then we literally just sat there and we just, like, talked for like 4 hours, like, about
Life, goals.
life. Yeah, like, what do you want in life, like, kind of thing. Because if you don't have your stuff together, then, like, yo, there's no point of wasting time.
Yeah, literally one of the first questions we asked each other was, so what do you want out of life?
Yeah.
After that first time we hung out, I remember September 17th, 2017.
Yeah.
2 weeks later, October 1st, when we officially started dating. 6 months later, we moved from Ontario to here. And then 4 years from that October 1st is when we got married.
Yeah.
So long story short, I guess you could say we met through cars.
We definitely did. Because if it wasn't because you had an STI, then I wouldn't have been. I mean, yeah, I wouldn't have been interested to meet you.
Wow.
Actually, that sounds so bad. Don't put that in. No, if it wasn't for the red, but if you didn't have the STI, I actually wouldn't have met you.
No, because I wouldn't have been at the meet.
No, you wouldn't have been at the meet, and then I would have had no idea who you are, and like, yeah. So that's it.
That's it for our story. It's
Yeah.
special to us,
It is.
and we love the fact that we met through cars because it's both of our great passions.
Yeah.
And
Definitely can't get mad at you when random boxer starts coming at home, and I'm like, ooh, what did we buy? What
No.
did we buy?
she can't look in the bank account and be like, why is $300 missing because of car parts? Because she's in support of this journey.
Yeah, totally.
So that's it for our story.
Yeah.
Don't forget to like,
comment,
subscribe.
subscribe.
And check us out on Instagram if you like. And we appreciate every single one of your support. If you subscribed, if you've commented, if you've supported in any, I guess, if you follow us on Instagram or just dropped a comment and gone into conversation with us about mods and whatever.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We appreciate you.
Yeah. So we have a lot more mods coming. We actually have a stack of boxes in our living room that we have to open and install.
Yeah.
And a couple more in the trunk.
Yeah. But it's been raining quite a bit in Vancouver, so it's been a little challenging lately.
Yeah.
Cause like we wash the car and it's like dirty again, so we can't install the part.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, our parquet's a little too dark for us to film inside, so.
But we'll make it work.
We'll figure something out.
Yeah.
A little something.
So until then, we will see you on the next one.